Hello everybody, welcome back to round 3 of YCS London 2017. Now, we have a fun matchup for you coming into round 3. We did expect that it was going to happen. We have Tom Watabiki playing Spiral versus Christoph Blaurock also playing Spiral. Is there much difference between the two decks?
Yes.
Yes?
There is. Tom has decided to only go with 2 main decked hand traps. I asked him if he was crazy. He assured me that he's not. He put out pretty good reasoning for it as well, which hopefully you guys will get to see when the game comes out. But Tom has built his deck in a slightly different way, so he's not necessarily depending on having just the 2 hand traps to stop the Spiral player going off. And that's the logic he built himself on. Christopher, on the other hand, has gone very, very heavy into all the hand traps that you'd come to expect.
Yep.
That will be the interesting thing to see if Tom's just being overly brave or if he's onto something in this match, because he plays the Spiral deck a little bit differently, and Tom is also historically a very strong player as well.
Well, we can tell you how strong.
Yeah, I'll do that when we get into the match.
That's absolutely fine. Let's have a quick look at our stats tool, because we haven't had a look at that yet. Let's have a quick look at our meta breakdown.
It's what you guys have been all waiting for.
So we have Spiral all the way up at the top at round 1 with 348, Trickstar just trailing behind, then Pendulum Magician, Invoked, ABC, True Draco, Paleozoic, and then 530T, 1 Others, and 1 Gladiator
I think
Beast.
we should nerf Other. It's got too many decks in there.
Yeah.
It needs to go down, Matt. Got to take it out.
That's just a joke, guys. Don't freak out. Don't just relax.
I don't think that there was much change in between each round.
No, they're pretty much the same. So
Yeah.
actually, after round 2 is when... so round about here is probably more representative, just due to the fact that many people will have dropped after round 2 and gone to Comic-Con.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, this is one of the best things about this.
To be real about it.
That's
Yeah.
one of the really cool things about this particular YCS is that there are plenty of options for things to do
Yep.
when you scrub
Definitely.
out.
Okay, so...
You can look at the country breakdown?
Let's have a look at the country breakdown.
Yeah,
Let's do that.
let's take a look at the country breakdown. Here we go.
So, as expected, we got 683 from the United Kingdom, 181 from Germany, Italy is 100, France 61, Netherlands 33, Spain 27, Belgium 26, Sweden 17, and other is 229.
Well, we know there's at least 5 OC players over here because we bought them here.
Yes,
So they're also here.
they are playing indeed. So, strong showing from the UK, as you would expect being in the UK.
Yeah.
Germany always either has that second or first place spot.
Yeah.
It's got the biggest player group in all of Europe.
Yep, it is absolutely massive.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, without further ado, let's head straight over to our tables and watch the match.
In the red corner, we have Tom Watabiki, who's drawing his opening hand, versus Christoph, who's going to be playing from the blue side.
Super Agent Gofu. Is that a drone?
Yep, that's a Spiral drone, the Spiral Mission Rescue, and I believe the last card in Tom's hand was Destrudo. Was it? I can look at his deck list and confirm that. It was not Destrudo, he does not play that card.
Oh, that is all 3 quick fixes in Christoph's hand.
That's not where you want them.
No. Ouch.
You can still make stuff go here. I mean, Christoph now has access to guarantee that he gets a Super Agent through, and then goes up to Double Helix, and then goes Master Plan, so he can definitely get quite a bit going.
If he draws into another drone, is it not basically shutting down his machine dupes?
To be honest, you can just throw the machine duplications out for the quick fix
Yeah.
to get them back out of the graveyard for a secondary use, so that's not the worst thing in the world. I imagine that Christoph is just really hoping that Tom doesn't have a hand trap to interact with him, and he's going to be quite pleasantly surprised. It's a sleeper, sleeper in Tom's hand.
And here's the first double helix.
Yep, it's still quick fix on top of Tom's deck.
So, just getting the win-loss ratios up for these players. So, Tom Watabiki actually quite a lot lower than I was expecting. He has a 55% global win-loss ratio.
Really? Over
Yeah.
how many events?
That's 11 events last season. The two WCQs, various regionals in London, and Prague as well.
Oh.
Hmm.
What about Christoph? How's Christoph doing?
Let's check him. He's got a 53. 53% over 6 tournaments.
Okay, so pretty evenly matched from their last season performances. Let's see how much they've learned from that Road to Worlds last year and how they apply it here.
This is them setting up the wrecking ball then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Christoph doing his best there. Having those 3 quick fixes in his hand is...
Suboptimal.
Yeah, exactly that. But if he gets up to Fireball Dragon and starts making a couple of link plays off, he can quite easily just drop all of those quick fixes straight back into the game. Yeah, it looks like Christoph is actually probably going to be setting up with a Resort, Spiral Sleeper Agent, Decode Talker, and a Last Resort equipped to Sleeper. Which means he can't get hit by the Winged Dragon of Raw Sphere mode, so that's something. And then Tom has quite a few options open to him because he has the Gofu already in his hand. Blackwing Gofu, the Vague Shadow.
You nailed that. I thought, like, as you were going, oh, you read it off the screen. Okay, I totally thought you'd remembered the name of Gofu.
Okay, so I've got the list directly in front of me. I've got the information directly on the screen. Do you really think I remembered that?
Well, because I remember it's like Gofu the Shadow. Like that's what I
Shadow.
Yeah, vague.
Yeah, that's what I
It's
remember.
vague.
Yeah, that's vague. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's what I remember it as. But you just nailed it. I was like, whoa, he knows. But then I was like, oh, okay, yeah, it's probably just read
This
off.
tells you
doesn't
how
know.
bad I am at card names when you get impressed when I get one right that I could read. I feel like that's a real blow to my self-esteem, Luke. Not going to lie.
Just wait until I start pointing cards and saying, what does that say?
Yeah.
It's because I'm getting older.
Well, no, it's not. Because you've been doing this for like 3 years. And right at the start, you were still calling things wrong.
Yeah, I should be improving over time, right? That's the correct
You'd
development.
think.
So I'm going to be going, starting off with his Go Food, probably testing the waters to see what kind of response that Christoph would have. He has a Borlo Dragon open to him. Okay, it seems like Christoph may have forgotten to pay the maintenance costs of Spiral Resort.
Yeah. Fortunately, it's pretty fixable.
Tom taking a quick look and just going to make sure he pushes the worst of those cards. So the top 3 is a Spiral Resort, a DD Crow, and a Terraforming, and Tom elects to leave the DD Crow on top of Christoph's hand, deck even. Leaves it on top of his deck.
I actually think that was the wrong order. Tom should have put Resort at above Terraforming.
You think? Well, yeah, but I think the only thing he really cared about was making sure the DD Crow was first.
Yeah. Actually, the super optimal thing to do is to leave the Terraforming in, because it's potentially a dead draw if you go through all of your results.
So here's an interesting problem for Tom. He needs to try and force Christoph to use that sleeper agent, because when he tries to go for a link combo, the sleeper agent's going to get used and take out 2 cards off Tom's. And Tom just needs to answer that sleeper agent this turn, or he's going to lose the game.
I mean, looking at his field, do you think he even takes like a quantum of solace of what's going on right now?
So I've got 2 questions, Rob. First, what does quantum mean?
That's a long discussion.
Second, solace?
Yes.
It means on your own, right? Okay,
No,
so
it's kind of. Oh. It went over his head.
Yeah, I think it did.
It went straight over his head.
don't worry, guys. This is what Google is for. I'll look it up later. Actually, no, I'll forget, and I'll make the same mistake tomorrow.
I thought I was just getting them in early.
Yep, and we're going to see the last resort going off.
It's actually round about now where they would be appearing on the LLDS stream as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Sweet.
that's pretty good.
Good. I hope that one of them is Spiral versus Cosmo, so I can use my Moonraker joke.
I feel really bad that the only movie of the genre you were referring to that I can remember is... wow, now I'm on the spot. I can't even remember. There you go. Tomorrow Never Dies. And we might actually be playing into tomorrow, so I guess I could have used that one later. And I've already blown it.
Yeah.
I've already blown it just trying to remember the name of the movie. This is why I need to get out more often, because I just... too much time in the office.
Oh dear.
Yes, Tom's got a bit of an interesting one there, because if he tries to use his sleeper agent, he's going to... The decode talker has the opportunity to negate it. There you go.
Chat's wondering. I mean, I have no idea why he's running his extra deck unsleeved. It's really strange. I think it's just one of those things.
It's because he's hardcore. He's just like, no, this is fine. This is fine.
Lightly played's the best kind of played.
Was that your joke, or did you just read that out of the chat? 'Cause that was actually pretty good.
So that was my joke.
Oh, well played, well played.
No, lightly played.
We're going to see the face-off of the 2 Spiral Super Agents. Tom is holding the Spiral Mission Rescue, which is going to be pretty good now that players have consolidated many of their resources into this exchange. Yep, Tom just saying, yeah, let's finish up. Actually, Christopher could elect to use his rescue graveyard effect to get back his super agent and take out the Tom's rescue. But he elects not to do that. Actually, I'm not sure if you can use rescue on the same turn as send to the graveyard. You got the text there?
Yes, you can.
You can do it in the same turn.
You can.
So that was a viable move to Christoph, but he chose not to do it.
Yeah, I think most of the spiral traps you can do at the same turn.
All right, just making sure I'm not missing an option there. This way, Tom can use his rescue to get back his sleeper agent.
I like how it's just unacceptable to have any other token on the top of the pile of tokens there.
No, it must be that token.
Is that just a picture of himself?
Yeah.
Yes. Do you not just have a token that's a picture of you?
I actually think you guys
Do you
own
keep it
more
on you?
copies of tokens of me than I have of me.
Yeah, it's true.
That's probably true.
It is probably true.
I've got the token of all of us where it's the European Championships that we take a token inside a token.
Oh, the Inception that's been going on for like 3 years now?
Yeah, 3
Mine
years.
was destroyed.
Was it?
Yeah. It broke my washing machine.
Well, to be fair,
The
fa-
token
fact
broke your washing machine.
Yeah, it flooded.
How awful is your washing machine that a piece of cardboard stops it?
It's not cardboard, it's plastic.
Oh, okay.
and it blocked the filter and then flooded my kitchen. And it was a case of opening up the filter, letting all the water drain all over the kitchen, and then pulling what was there out, and it's just your smiling face.
Get
I was like,
wrecked.
why have you done this to me, Matt?
So what you're saying is Matt broke your washing machine?
Yes.
I'm not buying you a new one if that's where this is going. Like, just so we're clear.
It's okay. I don't know if anybody's heard about the exclusive convention mat that we have here. We have quite a lot of them, around 1/4 of a ton of mats, which broke my sofa before we came here. So, Yu-Gi-Oh! Just breaking one thing at a time in my house.
I feel like we're just deflecting the blame here to inanimate objects.
I wonder how I'm going to break your TV. How can I break your TV with Yu-Gi-Oh?
Luke, stop planning this. That's just messed up.
Oh,
You don't
wait,
break
that-
another man's TV.
That wasn't meant to be said out loud. I was just thinking it.
Yeah, these headsets, they don't keep your inside voice. You know, if you say it out loud, we'll hear you.
Yeah.
Double Helix coming for Christoph. Christoph then try and decide between getting a drone or another super agent. Tom's actually pretty comfortable here. He got back his sleeper agent, and he's also got his rescue in the graveyard, so he's got plays open to him. And he knows he's not at immediate risk of getting wiped out this turn.
This super agent's just thinking, you only live twice.
Yoto.
As it comes back.
Yolt?
Yolt, yeah.
Yolt, not Yoto. I don't know what that is. You're only twice.
Okay, actually, Tom is in danger of dying because Christoph is now going to be able to get the quick fixes out of his hand by just reviving the other one. So he'll be able to put all 3 of those quick fixes into play.
Yeah. Yeah, this is actually pretty scary.
Tom
right
might
now.
have to panic use his rescue to not lose here.
Panic use.
Panic button.
Yeah. Rapid shuffling. Okay.
It's interesting how quickly Spiral evolved when Lynx came out.
Mm. It seems like they just spiraled out of control.
This is my worst nightmare. We have you both in here landing the blows this time.
Bam, bam.
Oh, they got the boy band back together.
You can leave if you want a quick fix.
No.
Oh!
First of all,
Oh, that was pretty good.
First of all, you suck. Secondly, I'm not going anywhere because we've got matches of Yu-Gi-Oh! To cast. We've got a whole weekend's worth of content to get through.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to drone on.
Oh, that's bad.
I'm just gonna go to my good place right now. Okay.
I think Matt needs to speak to his agent.
I wish I had an agent.
I thought
This
I
wouldn't be
was your
happening
agent.
if I have an agent.
I thought I was your agent. You just stopped calling me because of the puns.
Oh, this just got awkward.
Anyway, there
Okay,
are 3
the
quick
boy
fixes
bands.
on the table.
Yeah, it's Christoph's trying to decide how to consolidate his resources. I mean, Firewall Dragon is an option because that would give him disruption as well. Oh, he actually considers going for... He can't do that because his extra monster zone is currently in use and he's got a Spiral Super Agent directly below it, so he wouldn't be able to go into a rank 1 play and then try and keep those quick fixes.
So would you say that's probably a misplacement on his part?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, he wouldn't have been able to get back the quick fixes if he didn't... oh, wait, he would have because Double Helix is a... is a Spiral Agent.
Yep.
Borolo Dragon. I think if Tom flipped over a machine duplication, he'd be quite happy about that. But Christoph does have access to his utility wire. So Tom's in a very dangerous situation, especially now that there's a Borolo Dragon in play.
Yeah, so Borolo Dragon's pretty big. don't really want to have it on the field for too long, and Tom's basically going to have to make a move during this next turn, otherwise he's going to lose all of his life points really quickly to that Blaurock dragon.
It's just trying to present an answer to the Blaurock dragon is pretty tricky in itself, and then if you don't, it just steals all of your cards and then throws them at you. So Tom just waving to his fans there.
They all waved back.
So we just have the blue team's judge needing some technical assistance.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. We're just going to have to make you wait for a second. I think we're just fixing the application so we can continue displaying the cards correctly.
In the meantime, look at how nice that layout is. Just look at it. Hieroglyphs and everything.
That's interesting. Do you guys prefer the side-on view, or did you prefer the up-down layout?
I think side's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to actually see the players' faces all the time.
Yeah, that as well.
It might just be because my eyesight is slowly failing. I kind of liked it the other way because everything was just slightly bigger, because it was using up more of the screen just for the game mat. But we're making this work. You've wrote very, very big font on the side of the...
So you're good.
So I can read it, yeah.
Good.
I don't think we ever talked about this on stream. No one in chat ever really noticed that I got glasses like halfway through being, not during the tournament, but, I started out not having glasses and then got glasses.
And I started out with glasses and then lost my glasses.
There you go.
Yeah. I didn't just lose my glasses. My eyesight got better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a happy story.
Yeah. And the moral? No, the thing behind that story was that Adrian Fox, our organized play person, I don't know what his title is now.
I think he's the organized play manager for Europe.
Okay, well, that one.
I think that's it.
He was like, Luke, you got glasses. Surely you were able to read the cards on the live stream for the whole time. And I was like, no, I just knew what they were by their pictures. And his mind was blown.
Is that why you are so obsessed with how they like the stories that are told in the pictures?
Yeah, because I remember
because you couldn't read the text.
Yeah, I remember the cards by what they look like.
Huh.
I always have done.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. I come up with little stories as to why they do the effects they do.
So we know why Quick Fix does theirs. That's pretty obvious.
Quick Fix is...
Okay, double helix.
Double Helix. Double Helix is a weird one because he's not really a single monster. He's not really like a single entity. He's like the sleeper agent and the super agent, isn't he? In one frame. So he doesn't really make sense, to be honest. I guess the only way that kind of makes sense is that because
Sleeper was never really a bad guy.
Yeah, he's kind of like, providing information by checking the top card of their deck and then getting the super agent from the deck to be able to act upon that information.
Tom equipping the last resort to the double helix and then deciding to pass.
He's done the check.
On the no, he's using the double helix. He was asking for a response. Sorry, that gesture of the hand usually represents spinning the turn. I was going to get quite confused.
Yeah. People still just don't seem to be putting Master Plan the correct way around.
Tom has given himself a viable Blaurock dragon play. I'm just surprised he used the last resort to do that. There we go, Blaurock.
It's like Big Eye all over again. It's so fun.
Oh, there you go. I wonder how many people decide to go up with that second Blaurock dragon after this weekend.
Seems to be working out.
Everybody's playing one, that's the thing, and we saw quite a few times in the LLDS, and you guys have probably been catching up with that in between our round content. There are situations where a player plays Blaurock dragon, and then, like, for example, like Tom here, will attack his opponent's Blaurock, take it, and then he'll attack his opponent's super agent. and then he'll take that as well. Then if Christopher did have the third Boral, he'd be able to attack and take all 3 of them.
Yep.
That was a nice DD Crow on the top of Christoph's deck there.
Christoph, only a drone and a DD Crow.
I was actually quite looking forward to you asking how I remember Borrelord Dragon's effects.
Go on.
So it's kind of like...
The quick fix gets banished, right? That's the one he got back out from his graveyard? Or is that the one he normal summoned to start everything?
I think that was the starting one. I'm not 100% sure, though.
Number 41 coming into play.
Baguska.
Okay, Borrelord Dragon.
Borrelord Dragon. Oh, yeah, so he's like, you know, he's got this huge nose that's like this massive cannon. He just kind of points it at the enemy and goes, "Get on my side of the field."
Oh, dear.
I thought, like, my imagination was an interesting place. Yours sounds terrifying.
It is.
Yeah. Baguska's just kind of like, come on, guys, just sit down, chill out.
I've got a headache.
Yeah.
Yep, I believe Christoph is picking up his cards.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so it looks like Tom Watabiki has won game 1 there.
We were going to say one round.
One. Yeah.
1 game 1.
Yeah. So, side decking.
Yes.
Predict.
It'll be interesting for Tom here. Tom most likely going second, so he's going to be coming in with the Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries. Potentially the Drone Lockbirds as well. He's got Cosmic Cyclones. He's got Spell Shattering Arrow. That's almost certainly going to be coming in here. The Spell Shattering Arrow extremely strong against the... very, very powerful at solving the Spiral initial setup. I think Tom's actually built his deck in a way to let the Spiral deck play out its field and then try and get the Achilles heel, which is the Sleeper Agent. Because if he clears that, it clears the rest of his opponent's field.
Yeah.
And then Tom knows it goes into a game of everybody's then trying to scramble for resources. Which is why he's eased up on the hand traps. Because he's like, my opponent is going to make this field more often than not. I would rather just build a deck that answers this problem as opposed to trying to prevent it, which is a very different mindset from the rest of the players in this tournament. It'll be interesting to see if that plays out for him. Both these players currently are 2-0, so far so good.
Yeah.
Luke, tell me a bit about Christopher's deck there.
Yeah, so Christoph, he's got a bunch of kind of regular stuff in here. He's got the Artifact package, which is pretty cool. He's not playing Lancia, though. He's just playing Scythe. So
And Sanctum.
kind of normal, and Sanctum as well. He's got the Twin Twisters, a couple of board wipes in here, so Darkle, Regeki, and just 1 Kaiju.
Yeah, the Lancia is super interesting because essentially you're, with the exception of the Trickster deck, if you bring it in, you're actually bringing in an answer for your opponent's answer, which is evenly matched. You're just hoping to catch them off with that.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like next level side decking when you anticipate that your opponent is going to make a decision that you think makes sense. And as we've seen many times in these tournaments, your opponent doesn't always make the decision that makes most sense to you at the time.
No. Absolutely not.
I would expect Christoph to be taking first turn honors again in game 2. Tom did win that for game 2 after the Spiral deck, after his deck did manage to combo off.
I've just noticed that Beaky's wearing a red shirt, he's on the red side, and Christoph's wearing a blue shirt on the blue side.
It's almost like it was planned.
Oh, one thing I don't know if you mentioned about Tom's deck. I like to see that he definitely sees Invoked as a threat.
Yeah, he's got that in his side deck, so he can move it over to the extra deck to go with the Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries.
Yeah, I understand that. He's got an Invoked Mechaba in his side deck there. I just didn't know whether you mentioned it or not.
That's interesting.
No, actually, I didn't mention it. I could have. Tom, super cool playing Where Art Thou in the main deck, because he plays that because it can search for the drone Lockbird. So then he's while he summons his drone and does some stuff, he'd be like, yeah, no, I'll get my drone Lockbird.
It's going to cost you 2,000 life points, isn't it?
It is. That is a trade that Tom seems to be prepared to make. It costs you 2,000 if you don't normal summon that card, a card with that name.
Yeah.
Right, we can see the hands loading in. Tom's hand looks like a Goatfu, a Spiral Drone. I saw a Last Resort earlier. And
For some strange reason, I thought I saw
Ghost
a
Reaper and
Dikochi,
Winter
the
Cherry.
battle-chanted locomotive, for a second, and then I realised that this wasn't 2006.
it's in the it's in the giant decks, so over there for the duel.
Are they?
Yeah, I got one Dekoichi in there.
Yeah,
Oh.
I love
That
Dikochi.
makes me
We
happy.
called him train deck out. He was the deck out train.
How often did anybody ever deck back in that game? Back in that time frame?
Oh no, never. But he was known as the deck out train. That's just what people called him. I don't know why.
Okay, so Christoph is powering through his first turn here. There is the Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries.
Goodbye, Double Helix.
We see his Artifact Sanctum that he put into his hand at the moment.
Yeah, that actually really messes with Christoph's turn, because now he only has 2 normal summons in his hand and the Artifact Sanctum. He can go for Scythe, which is going to shut down Tom's potential Blackwing Gofu play. And Christoph probably doesn't have another good Link 2 monster that he wants to consolidate his resources in. So he'd rather just leave the drone up with the potential to tribute it to add attack points to his Super Agent.
Okay, so now comes the Gofu, the Vague Shadow. Sanctum.
Yep.
Likely going to go and get Scythe.
That's the only target. Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely very likely. So
Also,
you can find
that drone has now got a potential 1500 attack point boost on the Super Agent because
Yeah.
of the Gofu.
I remember Artifact meta.
It was great. I loved hat format.
Hat format was one of my
I
favourites.
feel like it was a bigger thing in the US than it was in Europe.
Well, yes and no. It's because we had our WCQ after those, so everybody was playing stuff that would beat Artifacts rather than Artifacts itself.
Right, so yeah, it just kind of switched.
It just switched round. In the same way that you find that if our WCQ is first, the American WCQ tends to go in the opposite direction as well.
Yeah. I distinctly remember in Dublin as well, we had one where like Burning Abyss won or something ridiculous.
The winning deck here, the WCQ in Dublin was Shadow
Yeah, it should all by
Edo Marcus.
Edo Marcus, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it possibly the year before?
But BA was the North American deck to beat.
Yeah.
Which one was
In Necros
with
format.
Samir?
Samir Bachar, that was Pendulum, that was
Berlin.
in
Berlin.
That was Berlin, yep.
Samir's win rate actually for last season was absurd as well, wasn't it, Luke?
Yeah, let me double check. I think he was on pretty far up at the top.
Yeah, we took a look at all the players that played over a certain number of games to see what for the Worlds competitors to see what their average win rate was last season, and they're all up in the 70% area, which is actually super interesting because I imagine a lot of people would assume that you need to have like an 80-90% win rate to actually make it to the World Championships. But
Yes, Samir is 77.9.
that was last season, and he didn't go to Worlds.
And just
Yeah.
checking, he's not here today.
Samir, no, I don't think so. I've not seen him. Oh, wait a minute. No. Have I seen him?
I've just searched to see if he was in the tournament. He's not. He may be at the Comic Con.
And Tom being forced to pass, but he does commit his last resort to his Super Agent. And now Christoph has his machine duplication combo on the run.
It's a shame he no longer has double helixes.
Yeah, he still has quite a few options open to him, but the double helix would be making this turn absolutely insane for Christoph.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 2. Oh,
Princess Sprite, Sylvan, Princess Sprite.
Really trying to decide what he's going to do here.
Interesting that was the choice that he decided to go with, because he doesn't have a super agent on the field at the moment. So he can use his drone to get the super agent back to his hand.
He just went so still then, while I was looking through his hand, that I thought that the stream had crashed.
You worry too much. There it is. Now you can start doing some more quick fix shenanigans.
Yeah, so he managed to get his agent back.
Princess Sprite being quite a ridiculous card for this.
Yeah, the cool interaction is when you have the exit, when you use the quick fixes for the as an exit material, they would go back to the graveyard instead of getting banished, because they don't technically leave the field.
That's correct, yeah.
Which then lets you get additional uses out of it, out of the quick fix, to make sure that you can then make better link summons. It's the same trick you used to abuse to do the Utopia Kaiser combo.
I remember that.
I really love all of the artwork of all of the Spiral cards. Like, they're just pretty.
Yeah, they've got quite, what's the best way to, like, quite Western
They're
artwork.
very Western, yeah.
Tom drawing double summon with only one monster in his hand, but he
Like
does.
a big red, a quick fix, right?
Yeah, he's got quite a few options open to him.
Oh, we were just told that there was a huge bee on the table. I didn't see that happen. I think that may have been when everyone freaked out.
There was a bee on the table?
There was a bee on the table, yeah.
Did I doze off at some point during the match?
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I didn't notice it either, but apparently there was.
Was it a buzzy bee, or was it just the letter B?
No, but like a
Today's special
buzzy,
letter.
a buzzy bee? I guess a
buzzy
buzzy bee. I don't know. I'm gonna ask.
Oh, there you go. Bit of live stream drama for you there.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the replay. Find out if there was.
Well, if the most exciting thing that's happened during this match is that a bee landed on the table, I think we're in trouble.
That's not true. Lots of exciting things happen. I don't think we're really fairly crediting the players.
No,
by saying
it has actually been a very interesting match. I have enjoyed watching these two Spiral players going at it.
It's been pretty grindy.
Always is.
Yeah,
though.
you get past the initial setup, and then it's a case of seeing how players actually play out of that, play in that simplified state.
Again, what's your analogy, Luke?
The two wrecking balls hitting against each other, kind of that's how it begins. And then some of the games, yeah, they just get stopped. Their wrecking ball just gets stopped completely by hand traps or whatever. But usually two wrecking balls just hit each other, and then they're scrambling to pick up the pieces and throw them at each other.
So these would be the pieces.
This is the pieces now. Yeah, they've managed to slowly but surely pick up some pieces and create new wrecking balls. Okay, the bee. Yes, there was a buzzy bee that landed near a banish pile. We didn't see it on stream. I'd freak, to be honest. I don't like bees.
What's wrong with bees?
I got stung by not a bee, but a wasp. I got stung by a
That's
wasp
different.
once. I got stung by a wasp once. I didn't
Bees
feel
and
very well.
wasps are completely different things.
Nice.
Bees just want to make you honey, and wasps are just mean. It's true, you know.
It's getting back to the game.
And there's a double summon.
We're going to see the Spiral Double Helix finally making its way, and then Tom's going to be... Tom has free reign to play into this. He's in the massively in the driver's seat here, while Christoph has no cards in hand, and the next card on top of his deck is Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries, which is going to be way too late to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double Helix hitting the table like a thunderball.
Oh, I was trying to figure out how to get that one in.
I did it.
Yeah.
What's a Thunderball? Oh, you did it again, didn't you? Yeah, okay. All right, you got it. You got me. You got me, guys.
The obvious one is that it's a real Casino Royale out there.
Yeah.
That's the easy one. But you can't really put it into any context.
Yeah,
There's no specifics.
It's not. I don't like that one.
So there is an art to this trolling that you're doing right now, then?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
But we're only trolling you.
If you're in the chat, please send help. Please send help.
What's
Yeah. Tom now picking up his sleeper agent, and there
there's
you
the
go. Tom
handshake.
is going to be clearing that up.
So,
Christoph,
Tom.
no chance getting back into that game.
Tom winning there with his spirals. Now, I think we should have a quick chat about that in our post-match discussion. And we're back. So that was a very, very big, grindy game. Game one went on for so long, just getting through there before Tom finally just got through.
I think I believe him. The way he's addressing this format, that trying to prevent a spiral setup is so difficult, he would rather just try and get it to the state where he breaks the board and then fights from that position and tries to figure out how to win the game. You notice he was doing a lot of things differently, like playing his last resort way on many different monsters as opposed to just jamming it down on his sleeper agent.
Yeah.
He's just approached that differently, so he's not drawing tons of these hand traps in situations where it's too late, and he's got less opportunities for his opponent's spiral drones to mess with his draws by giving him more and more unplayable cards, which is actually what he just did to Christoph there, which is jam the extremely late winter cherries to the top.
Yeah.
I actually think I subscribe to his line of thought. I think he's made
Definitely.
some good decisions.
So
there.
definitely building your own wrecking ball rather than locking up your opponents.
Just making the reckoning happen, as opposed to worrying that, okay, I need to stop my opponent making this at all times. You do that, I'm going to do this, and then we'll figure it out. Like,
Okay.
I feel like that's an interesting line of thinking, and it definitely played out for him there.
Yeah, it definitely worked for him.
Well,
Definitely.
we're gonna see. We're gonna see if he makes it all the way,
Yeah,
or if we see a similar deck
definitely.
going all the way.
So we will have a look and see if we can get an interview. If not, we will see you very, very soon with more quality YCS London 2017 content.